Good morning, DSC, and welcome back to another lesson in grade 12 entrepreneurship. Today, we are learning the different types of risks associated with entrepreneurship and how they can be prevented or overcome. So as usual, we have our 5 tasks. I'd like you to start by watching this video. And then for task 2, we have a short news article, which can be found here. And then today's textbook reading can be found here. You can open it just by clicking on the link. And this reading is all about what types of risks businesses typically have. So there are various types of risks like financial, competitive, intellectual property, health and safety, technological, and equipment risks. So I'd like you to read those different types of risks and then this case study right here about Jack dealing with an equipment risk. So please read that textbook reading in its entirety, and then we can move on to the short answer questions. So it's best to have the reading open as well, because imagine that you're starting up a coffee shop in your home community. Complete the chart below to identify the types of risk associated with this venture. So let's pick financial risk. So you put the type here, and then what's a financial risk that could happen or something that could go wrong? Say not having enough money to pay monthly bills. That's definitely something that could happen and something that you don't want to happen in the business. So then you just pick 2 more risks, say health and safety. And risks or something that could go wrong is workers not following COVID-19 guidelines. So I just think of or pick another risk. And then let's do intellectual property. Could be another business is trying to copy my logo, my name and logo. So whatever 3 risks you choose, you'll just copy them here. Question 2, assess each risk from question 1 by completing the chart below. So what I'm asking you is to think about for each risk, how likely is it to happen and how much damage could it cause? So you just pick a number from 1 to 5, 1 being not likely to 5 being very likely. Well, I'll give it a 4. How much damage could this risk cause? I'd say 5. Can't pay your bills, you can't operate your business. And then how severe is this risk? So you simply multiply these 2 numbers together. 4 times 5 equals 20. So 25 is the max, meaning that's something that is very likely to happen and can cause a lot of damage. And that will be your max severity. The worker's not following, let's say 2. Everyone is familiar with them. How much damage could this cause? Let's say 4. So 2 times 4 would be 8. So business is trying to copy my name and logo. Not likely to happen. How much damage could this cause? It's not the worst thing in the world if there's another business out there with the same name. You don't want it to happen though. So 2 times 3 is 6. So we can see here by these numbers which risk is most severe. Definitely this one. Now, for each of the risks you mentioned in questions 1 and 2, identify how you'd overcome these risks. So once again, just copy and paste your risk. Boop. into that first column. I'm just pressing Control-C to copy, then Control-V. And then tell me how you overcome each risk. For this one, you could say, I would register and trademark my business's name and logo to prevent intellectual property theft. This idea was taken from the textbook too, and this is how businesses trademark their logos and names so that no one else can take them. So basically, this risk can be prevented entirely with a simple intellectual property trademark. So whatever risk you choose, you just copy and paste them here. However, no matter how prepared a business is, not every risk can be predicted. What can businesses do to protect themselves from unexpected risks? For example, I don't think any business predicted COVID from happening or a global pandemic from happening. So what can businesses do to protect themselves against the unexpected? What are some risks associated with an online business? So you're no longer thinking about a coffee shop, but what could go bad with an online business? Number 6 is simple. State the business idea that you've been pursuing throughout the course. This is just a reminder for me and for you as well. Remember, if you took the BDI4C course, you can continue to use that idea from that course. Now, I'd like you to complete this chart to identify 4 risks that could happen with your business idea from question number 6, if you were to start it, and the ways you could overcome these risks. So tell me what risk could happen, or what type of risk. I should specify type of risk. Remember, the type of risks are listed here. So say if my business is snow shoveling, a health and safety risk. So what could happen? I could slip and fall. A driveway. It's not obviously much to shovel right now, but this is a business I tend to do over the winter. So how can I overcome this risk? Having proper footwear and salting and sanding driveways while I'm working. So you're basically just thinking of problems that could happen and thinking of ways in which you can prevent them from happening. So just do that with 4 risks associated with your business. So remember, the type of risks are located in the reading here. There are 6 in total. Okay, I should specify 12. All right, and then as usual, I just want you to assess this yourself with our learning goal. We're learning different types of risks associated with entrepreneurship and how they can be prevented and overcome. So there are 4 success criteria here, and if you meet them, just give yourself a check mark or an X. And then for every X you have in this column, give yourself a mark out of 4. So if you met all of them, all 4, give yourself a mark of 4 out of 4. And as usual, once you submit this assignment, I'll read it, comment on it, record the mark, and I'll submit it back to you. All right, as usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to visit me in Google Meet. I'll be there every morning until noon Eastern. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye.